have such sights to show you.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Four Dead Losers podcast. We are three of the Four Dead Losers. I'm Ramiro.
Adam.
Jordan.
And today we're going to be talking about one of my most anticipated movies of the year, Strangers Chapter 3. Ooh.
How long ago was Chapter 2?
Like last September, I think.
And then the first one was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We covered one a season, right? Season 1 was Strangers Chapter 1, Season 2 was Strangers Chapter 2, and this one, we got Strangers Chapter 3.
And they're never going to make another one.
I don't tell you so. Adam, not spoiler thoughts, what did you think of the movie?
I need to start with my opening monologue here. To everyone involved at Lionsgate, the cast, crew, writers, directors, makeup artists, acting coaches, boom mic guy, caterers, you owe everyone that spent any amount of money to watch not only this movie, but the entire trilogy.
Okay, the first one was sick.
An apology.
Shit.
You owe an apology to the population of Venus, Oregon. Of total 468 people. No, it is a fictional town. You owe the entire population of the state of Oregon, which is 4.27 million people, an apology. You owe the entire original cast and crew from the 2008 critical hit, The Strangers, although now me not having seen it question if it's even worth my time after sitting through painfully 6 hours of whatever this trilogy was.
God.
An entire apology, because that was the worst thing I think I've ever sat through in my entire life. Imaginary by Lionsgate was better than this.
I liked Imaginary. Come on.
Alright, and that's my thoughts.
Really understand?
It's a 1.
1 out of 10?
It can't be anything more than that. There's no redeeming factors whatsoever.
Dang, that's even worse than my Nosferatu.
I'm not even gonna. No!
Jordan, not spoiler thoughts, what did you think of the movie?
Yeah, man. Lionsgate fell off. I don't know. I don't even know what we're doing. I don't know how they're still open. I don't know. I don't know if they have one. I can't even remember the movies they've done.
Saw.
They're still living off Saw. The one movie they canceled.
They killed off their main character and brought him back because they realized they need him back.
Mm-hmm.
Megan flopped. I mean, it's really just over, man. I've never seen the original Strangers either.
Me too?
Yeah, and I would like to think it's much better than whatever the fuck this trilogy is because, I mean, my God. I think Adam put it perfectly. They really ruined this. The box office draw has gone down every movie. They really just killed the franchise. It was like, had they not filmed all three, it would have got canceled after at least the second one, if not the first one.
No, they were starting to film the second one before the first one finished, but then they put a pause.
All three of them were filmed in either 30 days or 31 days.
No, but
they delayed the second
and third because they had
to do reshoots.
Which means this is the reshot. This is the edited version. Whatever they had before had to have been worse than whatever this was. Yeah, man. This was bad. It was just bad. When we did the review for the second one, I really thought that was the base. I think me and Adam agree on this. I don't know. I really thought that was the worst it could get. But the second one, I felt like at least had some memorable moments. A lot of them were memorable because they were terrible. But at least I felt like I left like, okay, I could laugh at that a little bit. It was so bad, it was stupid. This one, I didn't feel like anything happened. I felt like I was wasting my time. I'm giving this a 1 out of 10 also.
1 out of 10.
I just can't do it, man.
Damn.
And I actually I think I'm the only one who kind of enjoyed the first one. I'd probably give it like a 5. I don't know, man. I'd rather watch Blood and Honey before I do this.
So not spoiler thoughts for myself. I'll go ahead and say this. The Strangers, that you said 2008, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as we were filming these, Originally, I didn't have like a 5 or a list of the must-watch horror movies, but as we're going through and making this podcast, so far I have 4 on the list. The original Evil Dead, the 2013 remake Evil Dead.
I've never seen that one.
They're both of them are great. 5, sorry. Cabin in the Woods, The Mist, and The Strangers 2008. On my like must-watch list.
No Invasion of...
No Invasion of the Body Snatchers, I'm sorry. But Cabin in the Woods, you would have to have seen a lot more. You can't just jump straight into that one. And eventually we'll get to it, and you'll understand why. This movie is so bad. It is awful. It like I'm gonna be real. For me, what do you say? It treads the line of being so bad that it's good. But
I feel like the second one had that for me. Like it was so the CGI and all that was so over the top. Yeah. It was bad. This one, yeah, I just felt myself asking like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
It makes me very upset to know, especially for you, you're a prime example, that this trilogy is a lot of people's like first introduction into this movie franchise that shouldn't have been a franchise to begin with.
When we think of The Strangers, this is what we think.
Exactly. I think they should have just left it as the 2008 original one, and then Pray at Night, the second one. While I don't think that sequel was needed, it is still a good movie.
It didn't tarnish the legacy.
It didn't. This one, I'm just at a loss. This movie was very bad. I know my scale is a little bit, different than y'all's. Like I keep the ones for movies that put me to sleep.
Literally, yeah.
This one unfortunately did not. So I would have to give it probably like a 2 out of 10. So
you got a 4 out of 10 combined.
It is.
This is
just insane to me that not only was this greenlit, the final project was greenlit, right? Like somebody somewhere had to like
after all the editing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't get how. One was bad, but it kind of had some success because people watched it because they were like, I guess, nostalgic from the first one.
Right.
But then you saw the like hate for it. You have the money, okay, I guess maybe you do the second one. But at what point did they just, well, I guess we have to do the third one and put it out? Like, no, I don't think any other movie franchise or any other movie like would have had the backing to do that. Like that's why it's like so upsetting that it's like, I guess there's really nothing going on at Lionsgate that they felt the need, like, no, we have to put this product out.
The budget for this is only like 9 or 10 million, and I don't think it's gonna make that back.
It's not.
Like,
what is the current? Look at that.
That's how low it opened to, like 2 million. The last one opened at 5. The first one opened at 10. It's just been like a.
Oh, if it opened at 2 million, they ain't making that back. That's like, cause what is it? It's like usually like a what?
They have to make twice the budget.
Well, not twice the budget, but like
usually they make like 2 or 3 times the opening.
But what is like the decline usually like every week is what another minus like 50%.
They're sitting at, as of today, 4.2 million. Oh, 4.2 million domestic, 4.25 million worldwide. You're not gonna make it back, man.
That's crazy.
So they only made 0.5 more million worldwide. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I know we gotta dive into it. I just don't understand how, like, before the reshoots, before all of that, just before they even made the first one, they wrote this script and everybody sat at a table and said, yeah, you're cooking. Like, this is the story, this is the plot. It honestly feels like they're just winging it. Like, I can't believe that somebody read the whole timeline of how this played out and thought, unless the reshoots like messed it up that much, because I don't know, I feel like it went nowhere. Like, I feel like it made no sense.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
I'd rather watch Exorcist Believer 10 times before
I was definitely like, at some points I was just looking at it and I was just like,
you're like, what?
I'm like, what is this? And like, we'll get to it too, the almost plot twist. I'm like, what is happening right now? I'm like,
almost a heel turn.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing? And then we sat there and we're like, do you think there's an end credits? I'm like, there better not be. Like, I don't know what you would do 1 and 2. I would be more angry if there was. This is the only movie I think I'd ever be mad if I saw an end credit scene, because that means that they would think there's something else they need to add. And it's like, no.
Do the prequel. What do you?
It's the, you know what the meme is? It's the meme that I would apply to this trilogy is the Simpsons one where Homer is beating up like the Krusty thing and he's like, no, stop, he's already dead. And like literally that's the director in this franchise, like literally just punching it into the ground more and more because he physically, like, I don't know. I guess their thought was, no, it's okay, like, we're going to make it, trust, it's going to get better. It has not gotten better. Like, at least you can say with Blood and Honey, as bad as that franchise is to an extent, every movie has slowly, like, upticked. Like, the second was not very good, but it was a little bit better than the first. I didn't watch Bambi, but Peter Pan definitely was a huge step in the right direction.
Peter Pan was so much better than anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just I don't understand
There's
how...
no redeeming quality.
Yeah, I don't get how you could have a $9 million budget and the backing of Lionsgate is a fairly decent sized production company and movie studio. Like how you can't get a good product out of that. You know what I mean? Obviously, Imaginary was one of their last projects that was kind of bad. I'm trying to remember what other ones they've just recently had. Obviously, Saw 10, right? Was Saw 10 the last one?
Saw 10 was the last one.
Where he goes to Mexico.
Might be the last
Jigsaw
good
goes
one
to Mexico.
Did they do Final Destination or
No, that's New Line Cinema.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like it's just insane to me that you literally decided that was, we're gonna just go with it and do it. Like, here are the other movies. Just to throw out there, here are the other movies that they have that some are hit or miss. You have The Blackening, which was a pretty, I think, good comedy mix movie. You have Cobweb, which, again, ending aside, I thought Cobweb was pretty good. The Descent, I haven't seen it, but I've heard decent things about The Descent.
I didn't know The Descent was them.
Yep. House of a Thousand Corpses, which is weird that they don't have the other ones. Did they not do the other two?
I think at that point, Rob Zombie probably had, because I think he started his own production company.
Yes. Literally all the Saw movies, and then The Strangers. That is...
They also do Hunger Games, by the way.
Is that where all their money went to? Probably, yeah. Okay, never mind. That's where all their money went to. They didn't have any resources left. Because they also are like deciding, hey, the games are over. No, they're not over. We're going to just keep on doing it. Like...
Well, people go to watch them, so... Well, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the spoiler section of this video. This is going to be your spoiler warning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, bam.
Is there anything to spoil, honestly?
Everybody dies.
So the movie basically opens up, and we are following this car as it's going into Venus, right? That's the name of the town. And she stops at a motel, which immediately I picked up No Vacancy vibes. Have y'all ever seen that one?
No.
It's a similar vein of, I guess, type of movie. Essentially,
Orochi Motel. And,
they go to a Orochi Motel and then they get hacksaw murdered. Yeah. It's a woman who's driving the car. She gets out, goes to the front desk. Immediately, you see the little help bell, and it has the 3 smiley faces on it. She rings it. Nobody shows up until as she's starting. She turns around and starts to walk out, right? And you can see the girl being all creepo. She looks like a grudge.
Yeah.
Around the corner. They essentially, have a conversation, and she stays there for the night. And in room 24, I don't know.
And that's the thing. They this movie did so many drops and things where they you can tell they're like you were saying, oh, we're cooking. Look, the way we're gonna do this watch is gonna be so good. For example, her hesitating to put her in room 24, ooh, it's gonna have some symbolic meaning. Zero symbolic meaning. That just happens to be the door that they can get into. Again, false. Right. The other one was when she comes out, for reals, who we know now from the end of the second movie is one of the people. Basically, they hold her there and they kind of hold that frame for a second, it's Avengers Endgame. Oh, that's her. It's okay, yeah, that was the last thing we saw in the first movie.
They really fumbled that whole...
Yeah, I'm okay, cool. Did you notice that too? I think that's, again, I guess going backwards one step. From the end of the last movie, clip the link to the movie for the second one that I was not in. But the ending was basically revealing that this girl that's working was one of the strangers that happens to end up getting taken out by the somehow final girl that doesn't do very well as a final girl somehow for 3 movies. Like the fact
She has to be the worst.
Yeah, she has to be
girl.
one of the worst ones. I don't know. Maybe that needs to be our next thing. Worst final, but like just in terms of like who's surviving and how that they're still like surviving all these movies. But essentially, yeah, like they make it this big old thing. Like, oh my gosh, like it's her. Like blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, cool. Same at the end of the second movie. Like they took the whole second movie to finally reveal who that was. Like you kind of figured who the guy was. Like that was kind of already given, which he's not a very good actor either. I hated his character.
I feel like they gave her away earlier in the second movie though. Like I remember there being a thing that happened and thinking like I feel like they blew the reveal. Like it had no.
Well, yeah, because
impact.
they make it seem like it's obviously people at this restaurant because
yeah.
like literally they all look like they know something, right? But it's like they're the creepiest looking ones. They're the ones that like look intently. But they make it this big old deal, right? And that was the reveal at the end too. That like, oh, the girl and the guy are together. Like that particular one that got not unalived. And basically they're boyfriend and girlfriend and their childhood and like they committed these atrocities since they were kids and that's how they like bonded. And I'm like, okay, like what?
Yeah, I didn't mind the little tidbits of the backstory we got in the second one, but as we get into it in this movie, I don't know, the backstory is bad too.
The backstory is
just
like
so bad.
It's just like I get it, small town, you get away with things, but like really? They got away with that? Really? Like that? No? And then they reveal how one of them got away with it, but how did the other? Oh, because they lied. Okay, that's what happened. But
not once, not twice,
multiple times. But okay, anyways, but that's my backstory. So like they just made this thing like, oh, big reveal. Look who it is, and it's like, okay, I don't care. Like, what does it matter at this point? Like,
this was one of those when the intro, like prologue, whatever you want to call it, finished. I thought. Yeah, we should have just started. Where
like they made it seem like we're like it was Jigsaw that came out. Like like no.
Oh, especially when they do like we're gonna get to it. Like the interrogation room with the light. I thought, bro.
Yeah, I was like, what? I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I hate to interrupt, but like I want to preface with that because I hated that at the end of number 2. Like I think I got up after watching it and I was like, what did I just watch? That ending was awful. And then we get to this and they set up that. They set up, my
literally building on the terrible ending.
I'm like, no. Okay, continue. Sorry. I want to interrupt for a while.
No, you're fine. So then it fast forwards to nighttime. You get the whole is Tamara here kind of BS going on.
Window open.
Yeah. The curtains for this Rochi motel
wide open. She's by herself.
Have you ever done that? You ever just at a Rochi motel and have the window wide open?
No. I don't stay at Rochi motels.
I also wash my hands after I use the restroom. I'm like most horror movie character.
I was just saying,
talking about imaginary.
The bear was in the hallway, bro.
The whole is Tamara here kind of BS happens.
Which that was an awful reveal too in the second one.
Yeah, I agree. So then the guest looks through like the peephole. There's nobody there, just like always. So then she goes to the restroom. While she's in the restroom washing her hands or her face or whatever, that's when the door opens. The strangers let themselves in. There's a jump scare, right, where she's like cleaning off her face and she turns and wow, there she is. And then we cut to like some...
She gets knocked out.
Yeah, she gets knocked out. We cut to some stranger dungeon where...
Yeah, did we ever figure out what is this structure? That was the other thing. It's like an underground bunker, but it's like
under the lumber place.
It might be near the lumber.
Yeah, but
I
like,
understand.
what is like a dungeon? But like, there's so much brick and like corridors and things. I'm like, what is this place?
It looks like a basement that used to be. I don't know if it was like a prison or like I don't know.
Like yeah, in Venus, Oregon, there's this dungeon basement thing that like looks like it had to be used for something, but like the amount of structure that was underground is insanity in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
Yes, who built that? Why was
a
it
bigger
there?
structure than anything else in the town.
In the town, yes.
No. Not bigger than the hospital.
Oh my god.
And the fact that they have a decently sized, like, 2-story hospital in a town of 400 people.
I don't understand this town. Like,
I don't understand.
We only ever see the diner and the, like,
and
the automobile place multiple times.
Our main street is just this, and there's like, but then there's a giant police station and a giant hospital somehow there. Which doesn't also make sense for another plot that's going to be coming up pretty soon.
It's like the Five Nights at Freddy's.
It wasn't. It was the last movie. This was my other gripe. Oh, we're going to send an ambulance from Portland your way. Portland is 360 miles. You're telling me
It's only like 6 hours, bro.
you're telling me there's no other major city within a 6-hour drive from this place.
We literally see the sign later on. It has Portland, and then there's another town like 80 miles away.
Yeah, but you're telling me there's not another hospital
That's what I'm saying.
that is closer to proximity that is even better than this one for 400 people in this town? Like, are you insane? Are you insane? Continue, sorry. Go.
We cut to the stranger dungeon where it's basically, why did you take me? Why are you doing this? Because you're here. And then, they basically murk the girl, and then we see the two strangers who are lovers make out while they're wearing the masks.
And I really like touch masks. It's weird. Man.
Yeah.
Some weird kinky
and then we
stuff.
get a title card that holds the definition of a serial killer.
People were dragging this on Reddit too. People were
I
like,
saw that. I
they're
said,
like,
bro.
they're just doing stuff now. They're just like, oh, look at what we did.
It's like something that you would see in like an artsy film, and it came up, and I thought, like, what? Why? What is it? Like, I'm watching this movie. I know what.
And then we watched the other two movies.
Yeah.
That was
You
going
mean they're serial killers?
Then we cut to the end of the last movie, the end of the second movie, where Bagface gets his axe, right? And he like starts hacking away at what I thought was her body, but we find out later that that's not the case. So what is he hitting with his axe? I don't know.
Are you sure? I thought it was her or
No,
torso.
because when we cut later on in the movie, by the way, when we cut and Maya's in the truck, we see homegirl and she's intact.
No, I have a gripe about this, and we'll get later on. The axe gets used on somebody later on, and they show like a full body shot, and homie does not look like he has any damage on him. When they're in the hotel
twice.
room.
Yeah.
He's like going off in the background, and you look at the guy, and there's no.
No, he.
So I do think he used the axe on her. I just
He
think
did,
it's
but
like
you're right. I don't think there's any. Yeah, there were like little cuts. No, but he did on her. That's crazy.
There's no damage. Yeah.
Who's quality control?
His axe is dull. Okay.
Axe's dull.
There's no
Rubber
quality
axe.
control.
So then he takes the body, puts it in the truck, in the bed of the truck, and then they drive off. We cut to Maya walking on the road, dark, foggy road.
Again.
And then the sheriff basically is starting to drive up, right? She sees him coming, she gets off of the road, hides in the woods, he drives by. She ends up walking through the forest and arrives at a white church in the middle of nowhere. Which, like, this one, it's like, yeah, I guess you could have a church that size in the middle of nowhere, right? If we could think about other examples, like The Long Walk. There's the first kill in The Long Walk. There's, what's the name of that Mike Flanagan show? Midnight Mass.
It gives like small town church.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
A
guess.
little white building.
So this one's okay. What I don't forgive, or what I don't believe, is that inside of the church they have the biggest Jesus crucifix I've ever seen in my life.
Bigger than the one from the new movie Bone Temple.
The second.
This one actually has Jesus on it. Though.
Yeah,
And it also, like, I don't know, this was another moment where they're trying to do, like, this deep, they, like, pan how Jesus is stabbed in the stomach.
Yeah.
That's what it's, like, trying to be this deep connection.
But then it turns out there's no connection, and this is another gripe. Didn't in the first movie they made it seem like, oh, look at all these pamphlets are passing out. It's probably a religious no. And then they're panning to the stab wound, so that must be their thing. No, he just murks him any way that he wants. I mean, yeah, usually it's that okay, but it's like
it never.
That's his only pattern, right? I just go.
I think this may have been something that they cut. It's what I'm thinking. Because I do agree in the first movie they do make
it's a
show it
religious
lot, right?
cult thing.
But why not just? I don't know. If I was them, I would have scrapped 2 and 3 and like combined them into one.
Yeah.
Incorporate the religious stuff.
Okay,
like,
who's in charge of the church that left all those candles open? Like at
Yeah.
that time? Yeah, like
it was the
Oh,
guy
they're
who
all
was
lit.
pre-lighting them.
she,
You got the piano dusted off her.
yeah, and then what was that? She literally walks in the church, and the first thing she does after walking in and looking and observing is like, let me play that stupid song I played in the first one. I have a broken ankle. I'm literally just survived 2 nights of attack.
When did she break her ankle? I forgot.
They get into it all the time.
like attack.
Yeah, and she's like apocalypto. She like
Her
gets
blood
hit.
is fresh
She's
every
like
time.
she like has all these wounds, yet somehow is like doing her thing. But like she's like, oh, let me play on the piano because that makes sense. Let me just okay.
I want to go back and like count the night times and daytimes we get in the 3 movies. because I didn't realize, I forgot, they mentioned later on in the movie, like, yeah, her husband got killed 3 days ago. Like, what are we doing?
She was in the hospital for a little bit. I mean, but
like, what are we doing for 3? It's been 3 days.
Obviously,
like,
waiting to play piano at an abandoned church after just escaping again.
So she goes over to play the piano. Then we get homeboy Greg walks in, and of course he's teabag head. And it's the whole thing about, like, you're still alive. They have this conversation. And she's all scared, but he goes over to get, like, a bottle of whiskey that's also in this church for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells her, relax, nobody wears the masks in here. So
he has a code.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one code.
So yeah, he has this one code. Yeah, I won't wear my mask in here. But I'm thinking, like, so what happens when she steps out? Like, is he just gonna...
Which they kind of hint at, but also, is this when they mention, like, how he killed his friends? And is this the first time we get confirmation it's him?
Kind of. Again,
I know in the last one they kind of showed it.
This is where he, yes.
Yeah,
because exactly like you're saying, she asks him, you killed your friends, and he says, yeah, but I'll make new ones.
And it felt very, like, again, just like everything else, just like, oh, I mean, we knew it was him, cool story.
Yeah.
Like, it gives very much emo teen vibes.
Yeah, because, like, yeah, they just, like, they basically, again, unnaturally have this conversation that nobody would have, like, about, like, let me just playfully talk about this and talk about that, like you're saying.
The only connection is, like, it ending with, like, the Cain and Abel thing and, like, oh, maybe God just wanted to watch them. Like,
yeah.
Which,
like, and my whole thing is, like, if he doesn't want to kill you in the church, why don't you just stay there?
That's fair.
So eventually, like, this conversation comes to a close. There's really nothing of sustenance.
We're trying to kill him, fight. Like, I don't know. It's just like...
There's really nothing of sustenance here other than him admitting that he's baghead.
Yeah.
She leaves the church and runs off. Then we cut with now we're with the sheriff, and he gets a phone call and he's being informed about the ambulance, how it went missing from his deputy. He gets informed about the ambulance never arriving, all that kind of stuff.
From the second movie.
Maya's running in the woods, and then the headlights from the sheriff's police vehicle light her up. So then the two of them finally start to converse. She tells him, hey, I know where they're at, XYZ, and he's like, okay, show me. And she's like, okay, but first, like, I'm all damaged, so I need a first aid kit.
And, like, let me borrow your phone. At first she asked to borrow his phone, and he's like, oh, I don't get service out
here.
here.
Well, it was like one of those, like, he's playing... And this was another one, too. Like, I felt like he really worked hard to try to sell this I'm in on it creepy sheriff vibe, which, again, they loosely hint at and loosely get the feeling in the second one. Right. But it's like, I feel like he's trying way too hard, and she's, like, being super awkwardly chill about it, you know. Again, I guess survival instinct, whatever, but it just didn't feel natural. It just felt like very forced.
You know, and I think that's more of the casting director, because Richard Broke, I don't remember how to pronounce his last name, is phenomenal. He's great. He's in I have him down there, but he's in the last of the House of a Thousand Corpse trilogy. I can't remember if it's 3 from Hell or Devil's Rejects, but it's one of those.
I think it's three from Hell.
3 from Hell. He replaces Captain Spaulding because unfortunately R.I.P. He's in 31 and he's phenomenal in 31. The rest of the movie's kind of whatever, but I mean it's just Rob Zombie movie, right? But
Masters.
He is way too good for this movie, is what I'm trying to say.
Which guy are we talking about?
The sheriff.
Oh.
It felt forced, man. Like, it was like,
he's trying to save it.
He's trying his best, man. He
just doesn't. He definitely doesn't fit in with.
He's Joe Chill.
He's Joe.
In Batman Begins.
Oh, he is Joe Chill. Man.
I don't know. I understand. I don't want to disrespect anybody. Okay, but
I would.
we know that we know the main actress is probably just in it because of her Riverdale thing, and they thought it would like sell tickets or something, which it clearly didn't. I don't know. They're just all bad. They're all terrible. Bad. Anybody with any amount of dialogue is either really bad or surrounded by a bunch of other people that they're like you're saying they're forcing it so hard that it's like everybody else already gave it away. I would say it's like the one person protecting the surprise party and everybody else.
I would say the dialogue is probably like one of the worst things in this movie. Like none of it. It's like it gives off bad video game vibes. Like if you play a video game and like the delivery and how it flows is just not natural.
So he gets out. He says that the first aid kit is in the trunk. So he gets out of the car to go get it. While he's doing that, Maya jumps into the driver's seat and then drives off. She commits Grand Theft Auto. The deputy. Then we cut to the deputy, and he's arriving at the lake house where everybody got murdered in the second movie. Maya's driving. There's a jump scare, right, with the truck driving in the opposite direction.
Look, this is another one. Again, dumb. That doesn't
I can't
happen.
believe this.
She again has escaped multiple times now. She just committed Grand Theft Auto. You've already reached the peak of like probably the amount of trouble you will be in with the law of just stealing a sheriff's, an officer's car.
Sheriff,
Yeah. And what is she looking for? She's like this fumbling, looking for something in the car. Probably a firearm.
I was thinking of his phone.
Oh, and she's like shuffling. And this jump scare is, of course, because everybody, as soon as she is driving and takes her eyes off the road, driving in these backwoods, that something's going to pop up.
Her eyes off the road for like 8 seconds.
8 seconds, and then, of course, it's the typical 18-wheeler.
The second vehicle she's crashed in like a 30-minute
She hard turns, crashes into a tree. That vehicle doesn't stop. That vehicle never stopped. Like, at what point has that ever happened and a vehicle has crashed like that when another vehicle caused it and didn't stop to at least check and see what's going on?
They even stopped and I know what you did last summer.
Yes, it didn't even stop. I'm like, it wasn't like she crashed an extra mile down. It was literally
right there.
And
he said, not my fault.
Yeah, and I'm like, now I'm good. Like,
yeah, they even stop in Pet Cemetery.
Dude, I know, Pet Cemetery.
And then while she's coming, she obviously goes unconscious. We don't know for how long, but as she's coming back to, that's when she gets kidnapped by Baghead. Then she gets thrown into the bed of the truck, and this is where we see the dead girl from the end of the second movie, the dollface or whatever it is.
With no
actual wounds on her body. So I don't know what this guy was hitting with his axe.
After she just got in a wreck that killed her, like,
and her face was like pretty like pieced together.
That's
like
the other thing.
Well, the mask protected.
The porcelain mask.
Yeah.
The mask didn't break either. Just FYI, the mask at no point shattered.
Are they porcelain?
I don't know.
They look like the shitty what do you call them? Like Halloween.
The
party masks.
They still didn't break.
It's like a paper plate material.
Yeah.
And then we cut to the sheriff. He's texting the deputy, basically asking for a ride or to send the patrol vehicle out to go pick him up. And then we have a flashback to Tamara's murder trial, or I guess...
No, it was the boy's murder trial.
Yes, you're right.
Is that right?
Because Tamara's the one that they murdered.
Yes.
So it's the little boy's murder trial. Basically what happens here is because his father is the sheriff, he gets let go. And I think it's something like... what did he say? That if he does it again, then he's going to be locked up for life?
No, any infraction, I'll put you away. Which again, there's like... I don't know. It just seems
so the boy took credit for the...
I think so.
Yes, the boy. That's what I was saying. Yeah, the boy took the fall. So
in what little? I know it's a little town. I feel like even in this scene, the people in the audience of like the courtroom have like an audible reaction.
Yeah,
to,
like what?
Bro, you just let this kid walk.
Yeah, because they were like, the judge is like making it seem like he's.
But since you've been a good detective, we're gonna
let you take care of it, and it's like
it's also another moment when it's supposed to be this big reveal, and you're just like. Okay.
Yeah.
We kind of figured, we knew that they were working together.
So while we're in this flashback, there's another flashback.
Is there actually?
But it's actually forward in time. So it's not a flashback relative to the courtroom. It's a flashback relative to our main timeline that we're following, where we get homeboy. The kid, he's older now.
This is a long ass flashback.
Basically murking a camper in the woods.
Yes.
And then he calls his dad, right? The Richard, I don't know the sheriff's name.
And with this movie, they do make it a very hard point selling that it's like, yes, he's troubled, but it's really, what's the girl's name?
I don't think we ever know.
Okay.
I think Shelly. I think we see on her shoe.
Oh, you're right.
Shelley.
I think it's Shelly.
Shelly, yeah. She is the one that did the murking in the first one in the flashback when she was a kid that he just took the fall for.
Tamara.
Yeah, and now she basically made him or convinced him or tricked him, Jedi mind tricked him into taking out this camper. And she even's like, oh, how does it, you finally got your first one, like how does it feel, blah blah blah, this and that. And so they're really pushing this idea that she is like the Charlie Manson of this series.
She's a jigsaw, bro.
She's a jigsaw, yeah.
She's dead now.
So they call Dad, who's the sheriff, and he's like, I'll fix it, no more townsfolk.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Oregon is like, but here in Texas, we elect our sheriffs. So you're telling me that this sheriff's kid murdered somebody and he got reelected every single time after that?
Because, like, obviously in present day, it very much feels like, which we'll talk about later, but it feels like, it's code of this town to not question it, not say anything.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to become a victim.
Yeah.
But yeah, like back then when it was barely happening, everybody was just like, like, okay, we know the kid killed somebody, and everybody else is getting killed, and
we're just whatever with it.
Maybe there's no other options. He's the only one on the ballot.
He's the only one on the ballot.
He wrote himself in.
Then we go back to the current day, where Baghead takes Maya to a lumber mill, and then here we see a bunch of trinkets from the other victims, right? Like jewelry and wallets and all that kind of
They should
stuff.
have tied something in from the first movie.
True, like the first, like the whole. If they decided to go all in, and they knew this movie was going to be awful, I'm telling you, they should have Avengers Endgamed it and brought back. I forget. I don't remember her name, but the main actress from the first movie, she plays Arwen, Steve Tyler's daughter. They should have brought her back in the fucking portal and everything.
Sure.
But oh well.
You wanted to bring
Tobey
back,
Maguire,
what's his name? Reynolds from
Yeah.
It's Always Sunny. Wasn't he supposedly the...
He's in the first movie. No, he's not one of them, but he's in the first movie. You should watch the first movie to see what happens to him. He's talking about Dennis Reynolds, by the way.
Dennis Reynolds.
So then they take it to the lumber mill. There's a bunch of trinkets. They get the body of Shelly and they throw her in the machine where her body gets shredded.
And it's like I don't know. I've never seen, I guess, the lumber ones like that. So we see it one in the Evil Dead where it's just the rotators, like it's usually two rotators. This one's like claws, right? It's like looks
Something
like it's
that.
doing this.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just goes, and then they just show the end of the shoot, and it's just like
Yeah.
Evil Dead bit better, but
100%.
And then they knock Maya out with the butt of the axe. And then we get more shots of the forest, which eventually lead to the town. We're in the diner with the sheriff, where the waitress comes up and she asks him if she found the girl yet, or if they found the girl yet. And we don't know if she's talking about Maya or the other waitress, who's Shelly, who's the stranger. Which I'm assuming she's asking about Shelly just because she works there. But what do I know? But that's when Maya's family shows up. So it's the brother-in-law, her sister, and some
Their security guard, I don't know.
yeah, some dude we never know who. By the way, there's only in the we'll see. Actually, I'll bring it up later. But yes, they show up. They have a picture of Maya, and they're showing it to everybody in the restaurant.
Fucking iPad, bro.
Yeah, they're like, have you seen this woman? Have you seen this woman? XYZ.
and with their like obviously paid bodyguard, like hitman, like what? I was like, what?
And it's another moment when like you just assume everybody's acting weird because the sheriff's in there. Like nobody, just in general, it's just like the rule to not speak up.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I said like, I don't know, because in this scene we'll get to it, but like somebody does speak up, and then nothing happens to them. Like we never get. They make it seem kind of like an eerie. Like they even ask, "Oh my God, what is she doing?"
Yeah.
And then it never. There's no follow up. There's no like. It has no implication.
Yeah, so another waitress named Annie says that she saw her, and I think she says something like she saw her in the restaurant a couple days ago and XYZ, and they haven't seen her since. So then Annie's taking like a smoke break, and then they're all watching her like this in the freaking car.
In this, probably the nicest car in this entire town.
Yeah,
super nonchalant.
I think it's a
Rolls
BMW.
Whatever it is.
To where I think it's her sister that gets to talk to her.
And they're always parked in the most obvious spot. Like they're the only car like in the middle of this random road.
Where they're following the like
in the dark woods. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is another thing when they like ask her again, and Annie's like, "You can ask the sheriff." It's like, okay, we already knew that. Like, what?
Yeah.
What's the point of providing
She's
that?
just providing that, like...
I thought she was gonna get off.
The sheriff is shady, I think is like
Yeah.
the big thing.
So basically, what we get here is she tells the family, hey, go talk to the sheriff, I'll have information about what you're looking for. We cut to Maya, and this part kind of disgusted me a little bit. As somebody who's on their way to being heavily tattooed, this did not make me feel very good. Maya is getting tattooed by the baghead man, and it's the smiley face, but the needle's going way too deep, and there's blood, and it's gushing
bad.
everywhere. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And why is he still wearing this damn bag on his head? We know who he is.
I don't know, man.
It really irks me.
So then after that, there's a lot of cuts in this movie.
Yeah, they're still pushing, I think, the idea of, like, is it really him? It's like you kind of already told us.
He has a different identity.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So then we cut to the sheriff. He's driving to somewhere. We don't find out yet, but eventually we learn it's the lumber mill.
Oh, no, it's the hospital.
Oh, it's the You're right. And Maya's family is following him. Again, they're the only two cars on the road. How they think they're being inconspicuous, I have no idea.
Don't lose him. Like,
yeah, don't lose him. Don't follow. I think one of the lines is don't follow him too close or he'll, whatever.
Like, bro, you're the only car in the vicinity.
Exactly. Even when they're driving, even when they're driving at night and there's headlights right behind him that are going the exact same direction as he is. Like, what is he gonna think? They're at the morgue. They see the dead roommates' bodies. It's the sheriff and the deputy. The deputy says that he's going to call the state police, basically saying that these are our own and they never kill our own. So the deputy knows about all this stuff too, but for whatever reason, this was the breaking point for him.
I don't think he knew. Did he know the sheriff was in on it?
No. I don't think he ever knows.
He was saying, like, I've been with you for a long time, and I think because they were people from their town, he kind of went with it because, again, he's the younger guy, but then he was like, I've been here for a long time now, and now that these events are happening and it's our people, I need to step up and tell the higher ups to come in and investigate, because obviously we're not able to handle it. Because the first movie, right, he we can't bring in out of state, or we can't bring in the upper law enforcement because then that's going to be our jobs. They're going to fire us and they're going to make it basically this bad for their careers. But dude's like, nah, dude, we need to stop. And sheriff straight up turns and has his own self monologue. He's like, man, yeah, exactly what you say. He's like, they were never supposed to touch
That was my one rule.
That was my one rule. That was what we agreed upon. And he was like, what? And then he just grabs him with I don't know what the actual tool is, but it looks like the foam frother for your coffee, the little thing that wiggles. And he gets him in the head.
I hated this. I thought it was bad.
And it was still wiggly. I was like, okay.
Out of all the ways you could have taken him out, man.
I was like, okay, now you wanna try to be B-movie? Nah.
And then now we're with Maya, and she's in some kind of building, some kind of dungeon, right? And then the baghead comes in. She's tied up, right? With something on her arm is tied to the wall.
I think she's still
like that, some murder basement. He walks in all creepily. He goes over to the nightstand. He grabs the mask of the dead stranger, puts it on her face, and then attempts to kiss her. And then she kicks him off, and then he gets he gets a little angry
and slams the door.
Oh no, he puts the mask back on the thing.
And when he leaves.
Stay out of my room, Mom.
Which this is trying to set up the idea that I guess he would like for her to take the place of Shelley since they were together and now she's gone, but I guess he's like, well, I need to have somebody in this spot, so and then let me form a connection. It's
it's very bad. To me it seemed like it was an attempt to set up a will they won't they kind of BS. And I was like, you fucking kidding
and I had
me?
no
What the
interest.
hell? Exactly. So then we cut to Maya's family. They're watching the sheriff put a body bag into his car.
And they thought they were is it her? And they're like, nah, it's too big.
In the broad daylight. When they're parked so obviously
nobody else is at the morgue.
Nobody's at the police station.
In this big ass hospital.
Yeah, nobody's at the morgue. I mean, it was the second movie too, right? One guy working at the night shift. Hey, what are you doing? And then that's it. Nobody else. That's
no security, no cameras.
Yeah. That's what I get. It's a small hospital, but y'all
Like, out of all the ways to be nonchalant, he's dragging a body bag. like
broad
daylight.
On the ground, not even making
Can we agree in 2026 we have to end that horror movie trope that like you can go to a hospital and there's like nobody working? Like that's not a thing. That's
They
zero.
make you put on a visitor badge, bro.
Yeah, you get like flagged by a visitor's badge. You get
the security.
The security. There's at least a desk nurse and at least one other nurse roaming. Like there's just nobody there. Like that's not a thing.
So then it's nighttime. The strangers take Maya with them. She's sitting in the truck and they have the mask onto her. We then have a flashback.
And she's like tied up with the rope, right?
Yeah.
These
flashbacks are too much.
Yeah. They have to give all the lore.
Oh, yeah, because they, like, she's like in the mask and then she like looks at Bagface and then she like stops and then she turns and looks at the other one. And then that's why it's like, okay, now we gotta learn about this one. It's like, man, it took us. Remember, what was the first movie? Learn how the strangers became the strangers.
Yes.
And we didn't know really anything until the second movie, kind of. And we didn't know anything about this third person until this movie.
And I would have rather not learned.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I don't.
Isn't that kind of the? I have this written in my notes. Like, I've never seen the first one. Isn't that kind of the thing? Like
we don't.
You don't know. Like, some things are just better left unsaid. There's no reason to know why they do what they do, or like the whole.
But every horror movie, unfortunately, falls under that trap. If they make a second movie, it just is never. It's like we're gonna get that with art, right? Like I don't want it. I don't want it, but we're gonna. Yeah, we don't want it, but it's gonna happen, right? Like it's gonna happen, and we just have to accept that. Unfortunately, this had to happen,
right.
But it was bad.
Yeah. We get a flashback from 12 years ago. We have their kid strangers loitering outside of a gas station.
They're teenage,
they're
angsty
teens. They listen to My Chemical Romance.
I couldn't tell how old they were here. They look 12.
They do look 12. The girl goes into the gas station.
They're probably like 15, 16.
Just to be hit on by an older man.
He looks like he's like 28, 27.
Yeah.
Like he's an old man.
To an obviously child.
Yes.
To an obvious child.
Well, they're also, to make a point, they're out there because obviously they're giving away, they scope out their victims, right? Like they figure out who, so they're like, ooh, what about them? And they're like giving the reasons on why it shouldn't be them. Like one of them was like, they were like bigger guys. He's like, man, I can't take on both those guys. Like they're too big.
Too old.
Too old. Yeah, too old. And then that's when she's like, I think I'm going to go inside and get a food or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
get a bag of chips. Girl dinner.
And then, when the lady's like, you said you wouldn't do this again, I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah. So, like,
she on you with a teenager? I don't know.
The guys hitting on her, which again is like, creepy vibe, right?
Right in front of
the
girlfriend.
Yeah, and then the girlfriend comes like, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. We were just talking. She talked to me first. And she's like, yeah, I thought you weren't going to do this anymore. And she, like, left. And then he followed her. And then when she walked out with her bag of chips or whatever she got, and they like watched them and they looked at each other, and it's oh yes, those are our next people. Because what he says like, I like them, because they're like arguing, and oh my gosh, so bad.
So then they cut. They're staying at the Rochi Motel, and it's
room
24, and it's Tamara here, all that kind of stuff. The curtains are wide open again. Still wide open.
Maybe the curtains are broken in that room specifically.
They open the door.
They kick open the door
to see that this woman murdered her husband or boyfriend or whatever very gruesomely, and they didn't see this through the open window.
Nope.
Is Tamara there?
Yeah, that's so dumb. Like, again, can we go back to, that was probably one of the other worst reveals of this entire franchise, was that's why they say that name, because of what happened in the second movie. And it's like, okay, and they just keep on using it. I'm like, this is stupid. This is dumb. Like, it's a pattern because of they said the definition of a serial killer. Like, no, that's dumb. We have to do the same things. Unoriginal.
So then they see this girl covered in blood, and she essentially becomes the third in their
they like look at each other, they look back, and they look at her,
and they offer her candy.
Like, are you hungry? And she's like smiles. I'm like, dumb. So that's how she gets accepted. She was gonna be the victim.
So now we have this old woman, this 28-year-old woman, helping little kids
commit these crimes. Yeah.
Some cook.
We come back to present day where they're at the same gas station. They're parked and they're like
in this truck.
They have the masks on. It's still relatively bright.
No tint.
No tint.
I was thinking that, like, bro, people are walking by and like,
And these crimes that are happening, nobody like notices this truck. It keeps on coming by the gas
somebody's
station.
like, oh, is this my neighbors again? It's okay. I live by those guys.
Like, don't they recognize that's dude's truck, or does he only drive it at night? Like, because he has a car, right? In the second one, like when he's in his normal phase, he drives his car.
I don't know.
Why does this town have a beach house? Hold on. Don't they have a beach
lake house?
Oh, a lake. Okay, I was like, this bougie
Where's
ass.
this beach in the middle of the woods?
It's like Primate, bro. They're at the
So then this other couple walks out of the gas station. They follow them to the same motel. They're in room 24.
Okay, this is when I have a problem with that. At first, it was like, okay, we jumped to the 12 years ago thing. They're in room 24. Okay, I get it. Right?
How are these people in room 24?
But so then, okay, in the very beginning of the movie, she purposely put Homegirl in room 24 because it connects back. But then now it has lost all meaning because these random people they just happen to see at the gas station are in room 24. Like, in the first two scenarios, it's like, okay, they purposely use that room whenever they want to kill somebody. This time they have no input, and it just happens to be the same room. Like, are they just all room 24?
Like, who's this motel owner, and why is he not upset there's been all these different...
It's the only room that works.
Yeah, and the door's been broken into, there's been...
Countless murders in the same room.
Oh, another body.
How is this place still open?
Nobody else hears these? Nobody else hears these? There's always like at least 4 or 5 cars in these flashbacks.
And there's nobody there.
Nobody ever says anything or hears anything.
I thought about that when we saw the flashback of them when they're teens. Like, bro, they just got full on knives out. It's like, whatever.
Pretty well lit.
So now they're. I have it in my notes that they're training Maya to be one of them. They walk her through the whole script. Is Tamara here? XYZ? No, all that stuff, all that BS. They kick open the door and then they kind of get to work, right? Where the two guests are tied up, and then they tell Maya, "Hey, murk one of them," and she's like, "I don't want to." So then Baghead takes matters into his own hands. And he kills
This is when he's axing the guy.
Yes, and he's axing the crap out of the dude. While he's doing that, Maya turns around and starts getting the other girl, the other stranger girl.
Yeah, gets like a machete and stabs her. And,
and then he like sees that, accepts it, like, oh, okay, that happened.
They're playing this game of like tag, like, okay, eye for an eye, like you get one, I get one.
So then, just like Adam is saying, Baghead stops beating this guy with this dead guy with his axe, takes Maya's hand and basically leads it into this other victim's stomach.
Bro, they miss an opportunity here because the lady's yelling, like, "What did we do? Like, why are you doing this?" And he could have said, "Because you were here." And
but I guess that's his thing. He never says anything. He doesn't say anything.
I thought, oh, the one opportunity.
Yeah.
And then like this is like the point in the movie when like. I don't know. We get the sense that Maya has just like given up or enjoys it. I don't understand the emotion that's supposed to be portrayed. Besides the fact that like from here on for the most like the rest of the movie, she's just like dead. Like she's just like, and I don't know. It just has again like no impact. Like you were saying, like the will they won't they thing from earlier. It's like I really don't. I don't care. Like like we've watched her be the stupidest person ever for 3 movies already. Like. At this point, just end it, please. Just kill her off. What are we doing?
So then we cut and they're driving in the truck. They're leaving, and we cut again.
My thought was though, like, okay, is he just gonna pick up the mask and give it to this other lady? Like, is that what we're doing? We just pass the mask along?
Yeah. So now we're following the sheriff, and he calls his son, or we could assume is his son, and he tells him that he's leading Maya's family to the sawmill. Right?
I thought he was
following him.
I thought he was gonna give the mask to the sister, honestly. But yeah, this is a scene where they're like, "Don't follow too close."
Yeah,
the cops
don't follow too close.
Like,
I had in my theater. This is where somebody had walked out and never came back.
I don't blame him. Honestly, after watching it, I don't blame him.
Then the sheriff. This part I think is stupid. They're on this dark road, right? There's no turns or anything. The sheriff somehow pulls off the road, turns off his lights, and then the other car drives past him as if you don't see the brake lights, as if you didn't see this man get off the road right in front of you.
They're even like, oh, he must have sped up.
Yeah, he must have sped up, so then they keep going forward. Then they end up at this trailer, which for a second I thought was the same trailer as the one from Pray at Night, The Strangers Pray at Night. It's been too long since I've seen it, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's the same one. Then we have their security guard person, whatever, basically breaks an entry and lets them into the trailer.
Yeah, because it looked like somebody had lived in the trailer previous.
I think they're thinking that this is the sheriff's house.
Oh, okay.
Then he gives the brother-in-law his spare firearm. Then he's like, "Wait here, only open the door for me. I'm gonna go and walk around."
So anybody else knocks, just shoot bullets through the door. It's like, okay.
Yeah. So homeboy ends up at the sawmill. He finds the body bag that the deputy was in. He opens the door to the sawmill, and then there's gore inside of the shredder, right? And there's this really
like
bad-looking
yeah.
CGI eye.
Oh
CGI
yeah, well, I do remember that. It was really bad. It was like
But why couldn't they just use a real, like...
well,
not a real eye.
it was Goldfish from the Grinch
The mean
movie.
one?
Yeah, mean one. It was like that.
Right.
It was that bad. Then the sheriff comes in and shoots him. So
Put your weapon down.
Put your weapon down. Yes. So I had a really big problem with this because this gentleman is the only person of color in the entire franchise who
You're
has
right.
very little screen time. We never learn his name, and he gets gunned down by an officer.
He's supposed to. Yeah, I'm about to say he's supposed to.
You know what? This movie, the 2 out of 3.
No.
Social commentary.
He's supposed to be like this. You know, he's supposed to be the bodyguard, right? I feel as though this was like you never even got a sense of like how good he was at his job, because like the one time he really needed to like show it off, he didn't. Like it would have been different if like they had run into them and he was able to hold back the strangers, right? Like hold his own, and then something happened. Okay, I understand.
He has no.
It was a very throwaway moment for a character.
He's
and
there
almost,
to get killed.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if we really think about it, did he like actually accomplish anything other than just be the chauffeur and then just happen to get hit? Like that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally that was
very poor character use, because
Yeah.
literally no. And also, I don't know. At this point, we kind of know the sheriff. The lady even told you like the sheriff knows everything.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're in this sawmill. You saw him drag a dead body, and now he asked you very nicely to put your weapon down. Okay, you're right, bro.
No.
Like,
Well,
at that point, I feel like it has to become a draw.
Yeah,
like, you have to.
because
Like,
I think for him, I guess there's the idea of like, well, he
he's
can't.
following the code.
Yeah.
Like,
He has to like be. I mean, if it is a law enforcement, like, okay, I don't want to like do something because that could be bad. But at the same time, like, you're right. If he was dragging a body bag, and we could obviously tell there was probably
you're
a body
in the sawmill
there.
with an eyeball.
And it's a solid, yeah, okay, maybe, you know what, maybe I need to defend myself. But he didn't. Like, he just accepted, like, you know what, he has the drop on me, okay, fine. Like, at that point, like you're saying, it just needs to be a draw and go for it.
How is this random-ass girl... I guess the strangers don't use firearms, even though I think they do in the second one with the old lady, but I don't know. How is this shitty main character lasted this long and the trained professional gets killed off?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a trained professional and he never got to, like,
why did the sheriff
showcase
just shoot the girl? Like, what?
Yeah.
It's bad.
I'm assuming that his character in the original cut, whatever that looked like, actually had something going on.
I think, honestly, what if the cuts made it worse? I think that might be
Well,
possible.
I mean,
Like,
I guarantee you that's probably what happened.
Cuts usually don't make anything better.
Yeah. So then we cut back to Maya's family. They're all scared inside of the trailer house. The truck with the baghead shows up.
And they don't hear the truck pull up. They literally just hear the knock.
this big-ass F-150 from 1985.
Yeah, that literally every time it drives, I'm like, no, we don't hear that. Or don't see the headlights.
Yeah.
At no point do we see the headlights pull up. I'm okay.
He ties Maya's feet together so that way she can't run away. And then Bagface starts to scare the family, right? Knocking on the trailer over here. They
And
get all freaked out.
homeboy shoots wildly with this firearm. Again, I get it. He's a rich guy that probably has never used a firearm. But this man, literally, I kid you not, they knocked in an area and he just went, oh, God.
Like eight.
Yeah, I'm like, what is happening right now?
He thought he had the unlimited ammo, bro.
What?
Baghead then gets back into his truck, rams the trailer to get it on its side, He eventually makes his way inside through a big old window that's on one of the ends of the trailer, and then he murks the two.
We
of
get
them.
the cliche guns out of ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like.
Oh, because he murks the dude and then he pulls the sister out because he knew it was a sister, but Maya didn't, and then does the cliche stab in the stomach. Like,
and we stab in the stomach. We see no blood, and it's just like
just drops.
Freak. Yeah, just like
this was the moment when I'm thinking like, okay, she's in the truck, she's essentially given up, but like, what is this movie doing? Like, what are we here for? Like, what? Like, it's just a waste of time. Like, there's nothing.
It's like. What is the
There's no story. Like,
it's one of those like we've taken 3 movies to just completely punch down on this character that hasn't really had any growth other than just kind of somehow surviving. Like, am I in the wrong here? Like, what growth has she had from movie
None.
1 to now? 0. And now she, like you're saying, she just saw her sister, get kind of poked in front of her, and now nothing.
it's like literally she's so bad at trying to survive, but yet she continues to do it. And then it hits a point when she's like, nah, okay, I give up. Like, I won't try anymore. Like,
Yeah.
that's the point in the movie we were at where I'm like, okay, she gives up? Like, is it...
Yeah, it's like, jeez.
Then we get, let's see. So then Baghead gets the other stranger out of the bed of the truck, the one that Maya killed at the motel. He cuts Maya's hands and feet free, so that way she's able to move around, all that good stuff. Puts the body bag into the cop car, and him and the sheriff drive off.
He places a knife or something? I don't know. He places something on
The keys.
Oh, the keys.
Yeah, he gives Maya the keys to the car.
Then
to
he leaves
truck.
with the sheriff.
Yeah, and then the Baghead leaves with the sheriff.
This is another when I'm like, okay, it's 1 for 1. Like, okay, you killed my other accomplice, so now I kill your sister.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what it felt like.
now go off. You're free.
Yeah.
She gets her sister and like seatbelts her in the back seat. I
Even
don't
though
know.
she's dead.
I thought like, oh, she might be alive. No, we never even see her again. I don't think.
No, we really don't. Maya starts driving off in the truck with the sister's body in the passenger seat. We focus on the sign that says "Don't be a stranger" on it.
Come again soon. Or
That was
whatever.
bad too. I was like,
As she's leaving the town, it's the city limits, all that good stuff.
End of the movie.
Instead of driving off into the sunset, she's like, nope. Puts the car into reverse, turns around, and goes back.
Still no redemption. Like a turnaround that I feel like my theater was empty, believe it or not. But had it been a theater full of people, I would imagine everybody would have been like, bro, why are you going back? Like, what? You just got owned, bro. Like,
and then she goes back. She goes to the bunker, which I guess she had to have seen it. I guess they walked her up.
It literally focuses on like the signs and stuff she had seen earlier.
How does that work
in the
with
movie.
them getting out of the bunker? Like, are they just like one above her and one below her, like getting her up this like
I don't know.
set of? It's like a ladder, right? At first, it's like a ladder to get in.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then stair steps. It's ladder then stair steps. I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was stair steps the entire way. I mean, you might be right.
No, because it's like
it's like
door.
yeah, you're right. It is like
it's like a ladder, and then they go downstairs. Okay, this is my other gripe. Okay, so big cavern again, just like every other movie. My big complaint was, they're walking so loud, and like you're trying not to be heard, but like she's making quite a bit of noise, stomping through this watery like cavern.
Basement.
She in the truck. She finds a firearm.
Firearm, yes. She pulls out a which one is
Full
it?
shotgun or
It's like
something.
It's like a one-shot rifle. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a rifle, yeah. So she, goes down. She's, walking loudly down these steps. Again, turns out I didn't know if anybody was going to even be in there. The sheriff is hanging out in there. And again, the reason why I'm curious what this structure is because, it looks like old school, dungeon, narrow walls. And then randomly there's this giant, bunker that he's in. And he's just chilling, listening to the radio.
This is another thing. He's
to a
listening.
pastor.
He's listening to religious stuff that I'm assuming had some kind of deeper connection at one point.
Other than this one quote.
Other than here's a religious
threw out.
thing, and here's a religious thing that had no impact on
And so and then he looks at her and she looks at him and she's like, okay.
Put down your weapon. No.
Yeah, and then keeps on going and nothing. Goes to the room, sees the pictures of Shelley.
Which again, I have no connection to these characters.
Yeah.
I don't feel sad. I don't feel whatever. It's just a character we barely saw.
And then lo and behold, behind her after a little bit is homie with the bag over his head.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's you didn't like rush over there after hearing this rifle get shot, like, and
twice.
then like twice.
She shot the sheriff twice.
And then, oh, okay, so you know she had the rifle, whatever. So we're not gonna be in a rush to do anything. Like we're just gonna just chill there, like as if you didn't probably just walk past your dad that has 2 giant wounds. Okay,
He takes a seat, bro.
he does.
She says, "Can you
in
take
the-
off your mask, please?"
in the awkward in the rocking chair because they have to do that because they're in the
Yeah.
woods. It's like, oh, like,
Yeah, it's like they do the axes, like
oh my gosh, that's so bad. And he takes off the mask and then they have one more dialogue.
So when he took off the mask, people in my theater started laughing.
Because again,
I wish I would have read. I need to read the Reddit
because
conversation.
was it like again? We knew it was this guy. This pretty much the whole time. Why is this a thing? It would have been better had it been somebody else. Like had it been revealed it was somebody else somehow.
Somebody else that we'd never seen in the movies at all.
Yeah.
I think it would have been great.
I mean, I feel like
I call the sheriff.
it's another shit. I feel like it would have. If it had been somebody we've seen, the only hard part is how do you do that because they've already eliminated. Like
They should have made it, bro. They could have made it Ryan. They could have made it Ryan.
Yeah, it was interesting that they like again. That's what I thought would have been.
There's
like,
no
man,
payoff though.
Yeah, no
Like,
payoff. It's just it's this
the guy we knew it was who
Yeah.
is stupid and a terrible actor who has
Yeah.
like
Well-
there's nothing at stake. None of it's like, oh my god, it's a crazy plot twist. It's somebody I used to know or somebody that's related to me, connected to me. No, it's really just
the guy has been in the
this frat
last
boy with the
2 movies. I guess was he in the first movie? No, it was just.
I guess technically if he's the baghead, then he's.
Well, yeah, but I mean like his
No.
actual persona. Okay.
Then they have like an epic boss battle dialogue here. And then here's the final sequence of events, pretty much. She hands him. He gets up, walks towards her. She hands him the empty gun. He throws it on the ground. He pulls her close and
he's like-
sniffs her.
This is so weird. He's like an animal, like a dog. Like the way
Yes.
he's sniffing her. And even like right before this, he's like, if you're gonna kill me, kill me. And then she tells him. It's the whole like, I guess they're summarizing this movie of like, you've taken everybody else. Like essentially.
Like I
he's
feel
the-
nothing.
Yeah, like I'm empty. You're the only person left I know. I'm not gonna kill you. Then they have this embrace where you think they're about to make love.
Oh, because she puts the mask on. He puts the mask on.
Oh, they do the little.
Yeah, the little touch.
The little
And
touch,
she
hugging.
puts her hand. And this is the other point I looked at. I was like, what?
That's when I was so confused. I was like, bro, there's no way.
I was like, yeah, I'm about to say, had they done that, I think I would have given it a 0. Like at that point, I'm like, if we took 3 movies to lead up to this, I would have been
And
very
then
upset.
he's like sniffing her hardcore. Like,
Yeah, because you see the mask. You see the mask go, like the mask is
Did
like
they
pulling
take it
in.
off again? I don't
I
remember.
don't remember.
But yeah, it's
They
like
they embrace as they're hugging. Maya stabs him in the stomach. He's on the ground and he says, "We're the same now." And then Maya gets the axe and starts axing him in the torso, and she says, "Maybe." And then she comes out of the murder cellar. It's daytime. She has the bag, mask.
She doesn't even take the truck. She walks, right?
Yeah, she
not
walks.
the bag, man. How shitty, bro.
She walks into the forest, and then the screen goes black, and then we get the strangers will come back in Avengers Doomsday.
Oh,
Hey, chapter 4 is gonna be her.
And then the movie ends.
I honestly feel more disrespected that it came to that point where they tried to sell the like, okay, they're just gonna love and embrace, and then plot twist it again. But it's like,
it's not a plot twist. It's a bad decision. That's the thing.
again, there's still no like, yeah, like okay, you stabbed him, but what did we learn? Like nothing.
Nothing.
Everybody's dead. Okay, like there's nothing redeeming about that. There's nothing heroic. It's not. It's like okay, you got chased around like a mouse, and then the guy that was chasing you is like, whatever.
I will ask.
It's not fun anymore.
Yeah, I will ask the question one more time. In 3 movies, was there any character growth from any of these characters at all? I don't think there was any.
Bro, I thought Halloween Ends was bad. I mean,
There was
like-
nothing. There was nothing. Like I know there's some movies where they will complain like a character's regress. I don't think anything happened. I don't think it progressed. I don't think it regressed. Like she just existed. Things happened, and she again. Okay, great. She took matters into her own hands and took out technically all 3 of them. Okay. But
You're
it
right.
took you to the end of the second movie to take out one. The second one was a throwaway. He gave you the knife, and she wasn't paying attention. She's just there, like, I think she was like dancing, right? She was like just doing something, whatever. And the third one, it was like, oh, like, we're gonna swerve you and make it seem like there's a love interest. Like you're saying, will they, won't they? I never got that. I got the, okay, so like, is she just gonna cave and be another stranger? Because wasn't that our theory? Like at the beginning was like, oh, well, because what did y'all say? Oh, it's a blonde one. Where's the blonde one? There's no blonde one.
They tease it at literally the post credit for the chapter 2 is like they show a little teaser of her in the mask and all this other
stuff. Trailer for this movie.
And you think like, oh, they're gonna tie it in an interesting way, like she made some kind of deal, or like they coerced her, or she decided to join them to learn more about him or something. No, it literally they just fucking forced her because she gave up.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing interesting about it.
I was like, I just thought that was just insane to me. How, and like I think you put it great. How like insulting it was that you threw all these things at us as if they were good and they weren't. Like
imagine a little kid, like, I know you teach music, but imagine if, like, a little kid in your class telling you, I have this idea for a story. And they go through this whole fucking storyboard, and this is where it ends. Like,
I don't even know how you have a storyboard for this movie. Like, it's
so
so
then they go back to the woods, but then we put a flashback here.
Yeah.
And then they go back to the diner.
Like, how long can you stay in this area with the same story that is a span of, what did you say, 5 days maybe? Top 6? No, 5. Because it's one night, the first movie. It's 3 potentially nights during the second and the start of the third movie. And maybe a 4th, because I forget how long.
This one, I think there's 2 day cycles.
2 day cycles.
And you're right, like, nothing meaningful in that, like, even any character that is introduced from the beginning, besides, like, the strangers, like, okay, we get the EMT guy, we get all the friends at the house, we get the sister, like, the bodyguard, they all get killed off with no implications for anything.
That too, right? Like, again, they brought her in, and that was the thing, right? Oh, are those the 2 women, right?
That kept it kind of interesting of, like, okay, we don't know who it is, and then they decide, like, 20 minutes later, now we're gonna make you know who it is.
It's crazy.
Let's kill off all the possible people except the one guy
that we knew from literally the first time he said anything and like the way he acted. I thought that was going to be the plot twist, like you said, somebody else, and like he was the one that was going to try to help save her or something, like he's the misunderstood character. And it's like
nope, he's understood.
That's him.
He's a little kid who killed people when he was a little kid. Like, that's why they had to tell you the definition of a serial killer. They don't understand. This franchise is dead, right? Like, there's never gonna be another one.
There better not be.
Like, is there any value? Like,
no, I think they tanked the entire.
They're gonna run it back 20 years from now.
No, I think they tanked the entire value. Like, I don't see how you don't, as a studio, just erase this from your existence. Like, I would honestly right now scrub it off of Wiki. I would do everything.
Mandela effect.
Yeah, everything in my power to convince people that this movie never happened, it never existed. Just like the Avatar movie, never happened, never existed.
It has to be like. What's wrong with Avatar? it has to be like Halloween, bro. Like how they branch out so many times. Like, if they ever want to bring it back, you got to make a direct sequel to the first one, or Prey. Like. You gotta pretend like this never happened.
I don't think you can. I think
if you're the actors in this movie, pretend like it never happened, please. Don't put it on your IMDb.
I think if they ever do bring it back, I think the move might be Evil Dead Rise move, where they move away from the cabin in the woods and into the city.
Mm-hmm.
This is a reminder of how hard, it shouldn't be hard, but like how something like Evil Dead, where it's been, like, I don't want to say rebooted because they all connect, but like done different ways over time, and it hasn't ruined the franchise. Like, I don't know. Like, is it really that hard to?
Well, I think
how do you ruin it so bad?
With the Evil Dead, and I think you say this about a lot of franchises. I think as long as you stick to your bread and butter of what made it good, okay, great. But what made the first movie supposedly good, not of this trilogy, but the first one, right, was like y'all hyped up, oh, it's just the tension and all this stuff.
That's what I'm saying. The point is you don't know who they are.
Yeah,
like, they literally went against everything.
The first one, like, I guess there was tension, but it was poorly done. The second movie, the tension was like really at the last act, kind of. I guess, a little bit of the hospital, but it was mainly the last act. And then this one, there's like a little bit, I guess, but like it was quickly undermined by whatever action that was taken or something that came after. Like it just wasn't
This whole
good.
trilogy is like they pulled the Joker 2 thing, where they just went against everything that made the original. Like, it just makes no sense to reboot something, and something that easily could have been decent if you just preyed on like, what do you call that? Like fan service. Like, just give the people what they want, bro. Do a step by step of the first one.
Or
Call it
decent,
quits.
yeah,
Like,
decent plot twist. Like, cause was there any plot twist other than
No.
the girls from the second one weren't the ones
No.
under the mask?
No.
I think
the
that
lore was shitty.
the lore was bad. The backstory was bad. Everything was just not good. Like, I can't believe we spent, or let me say my wife spent $10 to rent the first and second movie.
Oh God!
Just so we could rewatch them, and I hadn't watched the second one until the other day, and I was like, I'm glad I didn't watch this movie. This movie was so bad. This movie was awful.
And I feel like there has to be one of two of like, either the horror is executed at such a great level, like something like Terrifier, where it's like the entertainment value is so high, or it has some kind of
doesn't matter, or something.
yeah, or it has some kind of message. Like, I feel like, funny enough, 28 years later, I feel like hits so hard because there's emotional value to it. Like, you're connected. It has some kind of message. And this one is just
it's
neither.
consistent. Like, again, 28 years later, what is a cast of like 10 people, and they
There's
made
actually
it work.
development and
Yeah,
like
development. There's development in just one movie. This one there wasn't development in 3.
Hey, that's only 6 hours, man. Give him an HBO show. See, that's
An HBO show.
Make it a miniseries like it.
Jeez.
I think the two of y'all should really watch the first one. The 2008. Go when. Of course, it doesn't have to be tonight.
I need to take like a year break from anything
I
Strangers
don't
related
blame
until
I don't blame you.
come back.
But when you go to watch it, like just turn off your lights. You know, cuddle up with your dog Nacho or your whichever cat you want.
All 4 of them.
and give it a watch. It's very good. So with that being said, that was The Strangers Chapter 3. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the algorithm stuff. We would really appreciate it. The next movie is going to be Jordan's pick. Jordan, what are we watching next?
We're going to be watching the classic Drag Me to Hell
Drag
from
Me
the
to
GOAT
Hell.
Sam Raimi.
All right, cool.
Also, go watch Send Help if you haven't already. It's good.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet. So the next episode will be over Drag Me to Hell. Until then, y'all have a good day.